All right, and here is what we're talking about. You want to go ahead and grab the packaging? So, first thing I want to point out that you might notice is 100% the exact same kind of packaging, which, you know, hey, not entirely odd or anything, but I'll say this, we've gone through quite a few packages of Paydirts and such, and everybody's got their own little method for packing stuff, and these just look, starting off, these look a little suspicious. I'm going to point out that they each have their own little handle with care, fragile, handle with care. These are the only two packages we have ever received that had fragile on them.
It's dirt.
It's Paydirt. So, yeah. That was a little suspicious, and then of course, you know, the packaging looking really close to the same. But then it gets a little bit deeper here if you will look. Address number 1 here is Westerville, Ohio. Okay. And then so we go over here to the NuggetBag and look at this address. Amelia, Ohio. So that's 2 packages of gold Paydirt shipped from the Gold Belt of America or the Rust Belt of America. It just seems really suspicious to me for these to have both come from the state of Ohio. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just not really familiar with Ohio gold. I don't really...
Don't hear it too often.
No. So a little bit suspicious. So would you grab those and move those out of the way and then bring the Paydirt bags over? Because it gets better. Okay, now you want to point out the thing the wife first thing she looked at and pointed out was the labels. What'd you say?
Looks like they're printed on the same printer that's running out of ink.
Exactly.
I mean, the darkness is pretty much identical.
Right, and it's just look at the whole packaging all together. So these are both double bagged in great value bags. So the other thing that I want to point out is I thought was incredibly sus. If you flip these over. All right, guys, I'm going to try to show this, but suspiciously, both bags, if you flip them over, have a little dot. Can you point that out? You see it?
Right there.
I don't know if you can see this or not because all the lights are really glaring on the bag bad, but you can see a little chunk of gold pushed right up against the edge of the bag. And then over here, roughly in the exact same location of the bag, is a little chunk of gold pushed up right up against the side of the plastic. Last thing I want to point out is these both appear to be the exact same material. They're the same color, texture. It's clearly these things were packaged and sent from the same company.
That's what we think anyway.
Right. Let's pan it out. These were not the same cost, so obviously that's probably going to be relevant in how we judge. We'll go through them one at a time and separate the gold out, and we will do a little bit of analysis afterwards. All right, guys, so here we are. We've got the, oh, you know what? These actually say how big they are. We've got the NuggetBag 4-pound stash Paydirt, and we have the Eureka 5-pound Midas touch Paydirt. Let me look real quick. We'll tell you what these cost. Keep the people entertained, honey. All right. So, I've already forgotten. There we go. Yeah, all right. Okay, now we got it. The NuggetBag Paydirt was $67. And so, for that kind of money, we would typically expect to find, I don't know, anywhere from a half gram and up. And then this one here, the Midas Touch, was $100. And typically on $100, man, we'd like to find, let's say, a gram at least, maybe, I'd say. So I'm telling you, this is the exact same dirts. It looks like play sand to me, straight up.
This too.
I got a feeling this is not going to be very fun to dry pan, but oh well. That's what we're gonna do. Let's jump in, get it done.
Got our big bowl with scoop here. We're just gonna go ahead and pour all this into here, and then we're gonna use our tuna strainers to separate them out into two different pans. So we have plus tuna strainer and minus tuna strainer.
Oh man,
You know, that looks
is that wet? Hang on before you dump any more out. Just stop. Yeah. All right, well, we got a little bit of drying to do first. Dang. All right, guys, well, here's something we definitely never show because, well, it really doesn't happen very often. But when it does and you get wet dirt, it's not that big of a deal. Honestly, we found that you can have it cured in, what, about an hour?
Yeah, I'd say
Or
about
so.
an hour.
So first thing we do is we turn the oven on to 300. And then we dump this out on our giant cookie sheet. Alright, here's our 4 pounds of Eureka Paydirt, and it's definitely, I was a little too harsh on it. It's got a lot of rounded river pebbles in it, so definitely not play sand. We'll go ahead and start dry panning through this. What that means. Okay, ready?
Ready?
Alright guys, just kind of wanted to show you how we do our dry panning up close. You want to go ahead and tell them what it is that you're doing?
Basically, I just take the bottom and spread it out kind of thin. If I don't see anything, I just push it down and just kind of smooth it out again. Oh, see?
Yeah, it kind of looks like you see what you're grabbing at.
So I can see it, and I just kind of slide it down.
So if you see gold up in the pile come up like that, you just scooch it down into your clear area.
Yep, just scooch it down into my clear area so you can pluck that baby out. That's a pretty good chunk too.
Nice little small piece.
Pretty good little chunk.
Okay, and then so what do you do with it then?
And then after that, I take it over here, and you gotta drop it so you can get that click. One of my favorite noises.
Alright, well, I guess we will keep on dry panning. Okay, so just that one little tiny piece in your minus tuna strainer, right?
Yep,
Okay, but now you're gonna switch over.
yep. This
Okay.
is our plus tuna strainer. This one's a lot easier because it's pretty chunky.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stratify till it's kind of spread out evenly. You can just hit it with your light. Usually, oh yeah, usually you can just see it shining out. This is what we would call a picker.
A picker. Is that all you're seeing in there?
Yeah. Then you got to do this part.
Looks like we got 1 plus tuna strainer, 1 minus tuna strainer, and some little orange thing.
That's the only shiny thing other than the gold that I found.
I found nothing in my minus tuna strainer. And then over in my plus, you can see I found this.
Ooh.
Over in my plus, you can see I found this one piece right here. And positively what we would consider a picker. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, that was a nice
That
chunk.
actually sounded good.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so there it was. Scoops number 1 and 2. Alright, so let me go ahead and explain how it is that I do my dry panning. I take my scoop here and I dump it into my tuna strainer. I sift it into one of my pans. I'm kind of looking to see if there's anything in there that might catch my eye, you know. Then I take my plus tuna strainer and I dump it right over here. Get that out of the way. Got my minus tuna strainer here, plus tuna strainer here. I'll grab my magnet, and I usually don't even bother going over this bigger stuff, but I do go through this minus tuna strainer stuff. And yeah, you can see there's a little bit of magnetite on it. I'll just move this down here. And I'll run back through it again real quick just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And then once you get it like this, it's pretty easy to run back over it with the magnet and kind of eliminate any of the loose soil, dirt, anything that you picked up that you really don't want to be putting over into your magnetite. And dump it over there. Ta-da, you need that?
I need that.
So next I will take my pan and I know it's not like doing it with water, but that's why we also take it into a wet panning station after we're done. But again, the whole point of us doing this is because we get to sit here and watch YouTube and talk to each other. It's just a great way to spend a day off together with our dogs, which are probably somewhere laying around. Are they outside?
Yeah, they went back outside.
Oh, never mind. The dogs are back outside. So back to my story here. A lot of times you'll find when you start getting to the end of this, as you sift through it, the gold will often, you will find pieces that are all the way down in that little crease at the bottom of the pan. All right. Got this all up into my edge where I want it, and then now I will basically just pull my magnifier down and I will just sift through this. Alright guys, so basically all I'm doing is I've got all this pushed up against one side of the pan. I like to do it on the side that's got the riffles on it. And essentially I'm just going through here and tilting the pan until I get some gravity going on with it, but then I'm just rubbing the bottom of the base of this and you'll see the material just kind of washes down. And I'm watching this whole little field where I'm rubbing this stuff onto, and I'll actually push it all the way down here into the bottom of the pan. And as I'm doing it, I'll just watch this line right here, and then as I as I rub this part of the line down into this field, I'll just kind of spread it out and look through it and make sure I'm not missing anything. And I just keep working it down to the bottom of the pan. And eventually you get this little base at the bottom of the pan that I'll just keep building up. Just like it is here, I'll keep replicating that down over here. And eventually you'll be able to just watch this whole little field. As you're rubbing across like this, it'll just work its way down. So now you can see I've got a lot of my material has kind of worked its way around pretty much halfway down the pan. And so I'll just take a minute and push it all right back up over here. Get my nice field of separation back here. Keep my little base pad of material I've already searched through. And I can just go back again. Tilt the pan until I get some gravity going. There we go, just rub. Getting down to less material and obviously some of the heavier material, so I'm having to tilt the pan more. And I can actually feel the texture of the material changing a little more silty. Alright, well, getting down to the last little bits here. Can almost, not quite, but I can almost spread that out. So we start getting us a clear spot ready here. Rub the rest of this down. And no, not a thing. Well, I wish I could say that every scoop of dirt that we grab was just chock full of gold, but that's not how it works. Especially when you're going to go through 4 pounds of Paydirt that's you only paid $67 for. You're not going to find big chunks of gold in every scoop or gold in every scoop. So that was the Midas tuna strainer and how I go through it. Not always super fun. A lot of times it is very fun though. A lot of times you're constantly pausing to grab little pickers and pluckers, but not this time. We'll dump it over here in the pan. Alright, so for my big pan, I kind of do it just like wife does. I just spread this out. I'm not really stratifying it, I'm just kind of looking over it. I do kind of like seeing little interesting things like that. Look at that really rounded little piece of whatever it is. Fine, I need something over on my side, so I'm gonna put that in. But yeah, I'll just kind of look, see if I see anything really interesting, and obviously any gold. I don't really see much, but I go ahead and stratify it just like I do the Midas tuna strainer. And then I'll just run it down the pan. Nothing. Strikeout. 0. What? What do you want me to say? I didn't
All
find
right.
anything. All right. Moving on. Yeah. Man, so we're really not finding much.
I'm hoping it's all at the bottom here.
Those two little pieces are all I have found so far.
I'm not impressed.
Okay, well, so much for needing this camera over here to catch all the little
Treasure?
pieces of gold we're throwing in the pan. Wow. Another tiny little picker.
Nice. Is that plus tuna string?
Yep. I'm starting to think that was just a fluke that we found a piece in the Midas tuna strainer.
You think?
Yeah. Like it must have just twisted perfectly and got down through. Yep. I bet you if we'd looked hard enough in the bag, in the packaging, all 5 of those pieces were probably up against the plastic.
Probably. I have to say I'm feeling disappointed.
A little disappointed so far.
Nothing.
Both hands?
Both hands.
Both hands, nothing. Alright, well, super disappointing so far, would you say?
Very, very
Yeah.
disappointing.
We pulled 5 pieces of gold out. So, you know, hey, I don't want to be too judgmental too quick. Maybe we go in there and wet pan it and are just jumping up and down for joy because of what we missed. But that's usually not the case. So we'll take this stuff in there and wet pan it now. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. All right, Sugar, tell everybody what you're doing.
I'm gonna pan me a scoop of this here dirt. Time for wet panning.
Okay, and so what you do, you're just gonna take you a scoop and
Yes.
throw it in old Trusty.
Yes.
Okay,
I
and
take way smaller scoops than you do though. Throw here an old Trusty. I'm gonna stroke. You need a little bit more water. I'm gonna get some stratified action going here. Got the light here. Oh yeah. See what you mean by quicksand.
got a little dog action going on here.
Irritated about something. I'm seeing nothing. Not
Well.
even flour gold. Nothing. Just black sands.
Well, here's what's left. Last pan of this. What do we think so far, Mama?
Thumbs down. 2 thumbs down.
We have not even had to pick up the snuffer bottle.
Nope.
And there's how much is left to pan. This is the last one.
Wouldn't be as bad if there was at least something else interesting in it.
I agree.
And there was nothing interesting in this. Seeing nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Alright, so that's pretty much 4 pounds of pay dirt that we went through. Pretty easy for us to go in there and weigh that up and show what we got.
Pretty easy. There's not even any cleanup.
No.
Okay, let's do it.
Alright, Mama, let's see what we got. You want to go ahead and grab the scale?
Probably get away with the little cup today.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah, definitely will not need the big cups today.
No. Alright.
Alright, so here we go, guys. Here is the NuggetBag Paydirt, the 4-pound stash Paydirt. Man, it was the stash, honey. What do you think about the stash?
The stash kind of sucks.
Yo, no, tell us what you really think.
Really think the stash kind of sucked.
Let's throw it on the scale and see what we got. Alright, doll, go right ahead. Load us down. All right. How many of our children can we send to college now? Oh, wait, but there's still 2 more pieces coming. Oh my goodness, here it comes, and oh wow, guys, man, would you look at that? 0.159 for $67. Yeah. You know what? Hey, Mama, do me a favor. Would you take this camera real quick? And yeah. Okay, so guys, this was the NuggetBag Paydirt 4-pound stash Paydirt, $67. And unlike the bag that they put it in, it was not a great value at all.
No.
So we're gonna give this a big not a great value. No. What's up next, doll?
The Eureka 5-pound bag.
All right. Well, fortunately, we were thinking in advance, and we went ahead and dried it out when we did this bag. So it's ready to go.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Bam. 5-pound Eureka. Gold Paydirt. Fingers crossed, this is a greater value.
Yeah. This looks just like the other stuff, though.
Exactly the same.
Looks just like the same Ohio Paydirt we just got done doing.
Yep.
All right, let's do it. All right, well, here we go. The Eureka Midas Touch 5-pound for $100. Let's see how this one turns out. Let's go. We'll know right away if this is different dirt or not.
So much.
That's it.
Wait, what happened? Just the wrong answer.
To form an aromatic mash. It's a traditional snack often served on rye bread alongside
Dong.
Bread. We should have talked.
I work really hard because I'm no fun. All right, about halfway through. What do you say?
I say, where the hell is Midas?
Where is Mr. Midas? Or Mrs. Midas?
You don't get to call your Paydirt Midas Touch if there's no gold in it. Oh, no. I can't say no gold.
Right.
We've found some gold.
There you go. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces?
7 pieces.
Okay. Yeah. And about halfway through the pan.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Okay. What'd you do?
Somehow. Oh. Have a hole in my glove.
Oh, just some gravel in your finger?
So I'm working dirt up my glove here.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Should be the end of it. Nothing? Kind of funny. The similarities continue. Not a single piece of gold found in the Midas tuna strainer. Isn't that weird? Alright, well, maybe we get better results on the wet panning. Yeah, that's going to be it. This is magically going to be full of flour gold. Like a full gram.
Oh, that's a lot of flour gold, honey. That's pretty wishful thinking there.
If I had to guess right now, I would say that is maybe I'm going to say 0.35 grams of gold that we have found. All right, let's go wet pan. Can I just point out real quick who makes the bigger mess while we're dry panning? Here's my side of the table. And dirty, definitely, but still. Compared to Mama's side of the table, which looks like a freaking litter box exploded. Oh, hey.
What?
How you doing?
Fine. Is this a trick question?
No, not at all.
What?
Nothing. Definitely not talking about whose side of the table is dirtier.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, all right. You want to show everybody what we got during the wet panning? Huh? Where? Oh, yeah. It's just like the other stuff. There was nothing from the wet panning.
Nada.
All right, let's break out the scale and let's see exactly what came from Eureka Midas Touch 5-pound Paydirt. Super exciting, right?
Super exciting.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
All right, go right ahead. Here, I'll help. I'm gonna throw this little piece of wire gold in.
Okay.
4,
5.
6,
Oh.
7,
8. That was an airdrop.
9,
10.
11.
12. What's it say?
0.310 grams. What did I say? I said 0.35. I was trying to give him some credit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 0.310 grams, and then... And then again, there's the NuggetBag Paydirt from earlier, 0.166 grams. So yeah, typically again for $67, would have liked to seen anywhere from 0.5 to 0.75 grams. I think would be fair or reasonable. This is just absolute rip-off garbage. And then again here at 0.313 grams. This is for the $100 bag of Eureka Midas Touch. And yeah, again, for $100, I would have expected, you know, 1.25 grams would be probably cool or fair.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you buy Paydirt with a guaranteed amount of gold.
#1 rule, and we broke it.
Yep. All right, so that is absolutely a huge thumbs down for these two vendors, which I believe is one vendor. But yeah, neither here nor there. The gold looked the same, the Paydirt looked the same. The outside packaging, the inside packaging, the labeling, the billing, the website, it all looked the same, like it's from the same company. So, you know, hey, if it smells like and looks like then it's probably so anyway, all right, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.